Welcome back, everybody. Back with some more Rogue Trader, and here we are. The Inquisition has declared martial law on the station due to the threat of malice extremists. Docking will require special permission, and even most of the asteroids have been cordoned off. The station's custodian, her ladyship Incendia Chorda, sends her greetings and invites your ladyship to disembark at the docks with a small retinue. Her forces will meet you and escort you to chamber for private audience. The salve of my heart. Forgive the intrusion, but I have important business with the Rogue Trader. I simply wish to remind you about my numbskull crew who got themselves captured by some rival gang. Gladium is too occupied for schemes. Besides, Chorda has already put him in his place, which leaves only Falco. May the Azzy tear his soul to pieces. Footfall is straight ahead, and I would rather not waste the precious sand still left in the hourglass of their lives. He threw a wrench into the works, making my trade network fall apart like a badly assembled chrono. No income, no profits, only damages. All because my right hand is chained up on one of Footfall's asteroids. But we pay Falco a courtesy visit. Of course. Yeah. This is all you have to say? Apologies, Lord Captain. Won't be instructions. What else can we do? None. The Argos are reporting all docking gates not watched by forces are locked and rigged with explosives. Well, let's go. To the atrium. Yeah, Jay's coming with us. Don't you worry. Just realized it's like 4 girls, a machine man, and then Rolf. So Rolf is the ladies' man. Yep, that's how it goes. Good old Rolf. Come on. Okay, talk to Chorda. Dead people here. What's up? I'd like to make a deal, bro. Requesting access to the trading interface of the Explorators. Okay. How are you doing working under Chorda's rule? Alright, whatever. Alright, you approved. Can't. Unwilling to die, the bar patrons made their last stand right here. What? Okay, whatever. Let's just move on. Thanks. You just leveled. What do we have here? Cowardly Ashmeg who wants to get his paws on my certificate without even working up a sweat. Considering the circumstances currently affecting Footfall, it's the only place this filth could be hiding. We all just leveled too, and I don't have my thing open. Nasty spots, powerful whiff. It's a trap for Falco. Boo. How do we get in the tunnels? They're sealed off. Time to pay a visit to Octi in the Adeptus Amicecus. Explain your plan. Just as we go down into the sewer tunnels of Footfall, connect a tank of seeping gas in the old ventilation system, direct the airflow to Falco's hideout, and of course pray the Exalted One that the Ashmeg Jackals don't smell us. It's gonna be a little trickier than it seems. Falco's desperate, and he's bound to have his thugs patrolling the tunnels. Where are we gonna get sleepy gas? She already has it. Great. Yeah, okay. This is fine. Go into the sewers. Alright, let me load this sucker up real quick. Just takes a minute while we do this. What does the exemplar get? The mighty exemplar. Pyro, what, 42? Target stuff will double the damage of the ignite psychic power and half fire damage of all. This is like a single target. Big damage. Until the end of combat, target recovers 10 wounds at the beginning of each of their turns. And oh my, that's good. Holy crap. Yeah, I mean, Incinerate's good. Molten Beam obviously is what it calls for. I think I'm going to do regeneration. A little regen power. And willpower. No? And intelligence. Sure. Sure. Who's next on the list? Argenta, the Divine Guidance. Divine Build of Guidance. Well, it's time for a cautious approach, is it? Okay. I kind of want you to have a kick, though. Next attack, if it hits, will cause all targets to make it tough. That seems really good. Way better than cautious approach. Why am I ever going to use cautious approach? I guess it allows me to toggle the two. You have 4 stacks of versatility. The Archvilitant removes all slow, bleed, blighting, toxin, and good. Otherwise, I could use devastating attack. Maybe we don't do impact. Okay, fine. Cautious approach it is. And we will take... good question. Agility. Right. It's always agility. Okay, Cassia. What you got? Immolate the soul and perception? Immolate the soul. Deals damage to all targets in line and inflicts soul burn. Creates a zone. Every creature in it takes damage. See, that's fun too. Can I make more people move around? Kill zone. Reroll. Stronghold. Gain immunity to prone and stuff. See, these are really good, but like, so is all this stuff. Yeah, this one does the 3x3 zone. Every creature in it takes a bunch of damage. This just immolates in a straight line. And uses an attack. Oh, so does this. This is also an attack. This is not. Melee weapon. Create a circle, also an attack. All enemies. Willpower test failed. This time we gain an extra turn when they attack their allies. Oh, this forces them to attack their allies. Every time an enemy becomes the target of this, now get her power. During the same combat, stackable willpower bonus against it. This is really good. All enemies must pass a willpower resistance test. Those who fail, even if they are stunned or immobilized, gain an extra turn where they attack their allies. I love that. I don't need to immolate the soul in a line. When burning, psykers suffer additional damage every time they use psychic powers. This is really good though against psychics. But this will get small guys to fight and, you know, be stupid. So, yes. Yes, please. Pascal, Mr. Pascal. Piercing shot intelligence. Piercing shot. Okay. Okay. And then, yay! Finish the job and fellowship. Of course, fellowship. With the unfinished business effect? Gains 2 temporary wounds and 1 temporary wound for every 2 stacks of tactical advantage. But technically loses half their stacks. And then Fervor suffers direct damage equal to a bunch of wounds. Gains resolve stacks and tactical advantage. Resets linchpin and strong point. I don't know if I have the other one. I must, right? Can only be used on enemies with unfinished business effect. This effect is applied to enemies which are attacked by the Master Technician's allies, but not by the Master Technician, and have less than 50% maximum wounds. The Tactician immediately attacks with a single shot or strike. This attack does not count towards attack's return, dealing half the weapon's maximum damage and additional. This is actually really good. And Fellowship, please. It's actually really good because the other guys will put unfinished business on it, and then we'll just, you know, whack them. Give them the old what for, alright?
The extermination of the Xenos on Quetzaltemare was a duty the rogue trader fulfilled with honor. The ranks of humanity's enemies are thinning. Glad tiding.
Who are we talking? Okay. Apostates. Wow. This place is
amidst the madness.
A mess right now. Holy crap.
There will be no peace in my way.
Yes, is the Embers. Heresy, yeah. Blasphemy, heresy.
Operation successful.
We're gonna squeeze them all, those transgressors. That's shorter. Okay. We only took a couple of neutral bars. Lies. I see clearly with my naked eye the corruption that has engulfed your nature. Only the cleansing fire can absolve you now. Guilty. Ooh. I'm not gonna die. Oh, there he goes. Oh! Burn him. Bro runs up with a plasma gun? That's an ancient weapon. The Imperium can't make plasma guns anymore, so every time you see one, it is ancient. They could be like 1,000 years old. I was informed of your arrival, Chorda. Very regal looking. Exhaustion has marked Ascendia's features with a crisscross of lines, deeper furrows. Her cheek is forever twisted in a continuous nervous tick. Yeah. What is the abominable act his daughter is committing? There must be a reason. Awareness. One look at Ascendia's full dress uniform shows that it has not been changed in many days. The collar is greasy, and the braid trim is stained with sweat. The air is tinged with the smell of an inhaled stimulant that is used to give serfs the ability to work multiple watches without rest. Okay. It's a man with an oath. This guy? What is that? Oh. I must know the taste of a criminal's thoughts. This is how I learn to recognize their patterns. Oh my goodness. This reeks of corruption. A laughable accusation. Do you think yourself capable of detecting corruption? You know not the first thing about perceiving it, sensing it, peering into people's souls and seeing the heinous therein. You do not know what it's like to look at their faces and see the brand of their impious deeds. But I know it too well, and none shall escape my wrath. Okay, well, the law's here. Yes, it is. Although its journey here took far too long, but never again will it release its grip on this. I vow it. The Lord Inquisitor has bestowed upon me the honor of bringing order to this cesspool of pirates and heretics, to rid Footfall of the corruption that has fettered its limbs and turned this Imperial station into a hotbed of free thinking and inefficiency. I will not rest until all have been judged. It must have been the Emperor's providence that brought you here to my court. It would be my pleasure to indict you for the crimes you have committed. You wish to judge me? The 9 devils, you have no right to judge me. And what do you want to judge me for? Let us weigh the gravity of your transgressions, Pandora, and learn how you sullied yourself in the Emperor's eyes. You pretend to be faithful and devout servant of the Emperor, but you show no true zeal in fervor and faith. Your ship does not shake with hymns and chants to glorify his name, and your capital has not been led into pious trepidation. In so dark an hour, you have been granted the honor of being a light of righteousness in the eyes of the Expanse, but your light is traitorously dim. I deem the evidence against you sufficient to cast you as an enemy of humanity. Draw your weapon. Kill them all. No, we'll go persuasion. That you were loathed and feared by the enemies of humanity doesn't make you pure in the eyes of the Emperor. But perhaps he saw fit to set you on a different path. One of righteous xenocide and blood-soaked redemption of your faults. I would never dare to gainsay his will. I don't have voter here. I'm tempted just to kill her. But she hasn't. So you're in charge of Footfall. Indeed I am. When the Lord Inquisitor enacted martial law in the Expanse, I offered him my support at once. Footfall was chosen as the Lord Inquisitor's headquarters, and the position of Footfall's liege was temporarily abolished for the duration of this war, or perhaps longer than that. All authority was transferred to the station's warden, to me. While the Lord Inquisitor is preoccupied with matters of strategic planning, I am tasked with overseeing security and order. And there is much to do on that front. Pirates and smugglers, apostates and cold traders, deserters and outlaws. Every one of them warrants attention. Cracking her neck, after many hours of reading documents, and Cynthia, again, dips her silver spoon and scoops up the brain from the open skull of the poor fellow sitting next to her. Everywhere you look, servants are buckling under heavy stacks of new denunciations, warrants, and other documents. I can tell you're quite popular with locals. This attempt was mediocre and far from the first, but my enforcers and my throne keep me safe. Its refractor field is impervious, even to tank shells. That thief, Takora, had this sacred Grushan relic stashed in one of the storerooms. Who are you judging? All of them. Okay. Yeah, she's gone crazy. How long has your court session been already? 3 weeks. The court carries on day and night, so my sense of time eludes me. Yes. Do you think that I find enjoyment in this? Looking at the vileness upon vileness, listening to one excuse after another, I loathe this and despise every malefactor out there. If I were weak-willed, I would have obliterated this foul station with nuclear fire. Instead, I'm here to offer each of them the right to be judged in his name and a chance to return to his fold renewed. The universe is a terrifying place. We are surrounded by the arch-enemy's machinations and Xeno scum who would deny us our right to exist. The threat is inconceivable, and human weakness will not help us avert it. If man is weak, I rid him of his spinelessness and feebleness, endowing him with sacred narrowness of mind and eradicating all that prevents him from utilizing his whole self in service of the Imperium. She's not lying. You can tell by her eyes and her voice, trembling with earnest faith, and Cynthia genuinely believes every word she just said. Where's the Lord Inquisitor? In the Liege's chambers, coordinating the Expanse's defense. His attention is focused on matters of vital importance. The ladyship cannot see the Lord Inquisitor now. However, he bade to inform your ladyship that he will summon you later when circumstances permit. We shall see whether Footfall will thank the Emperor for your reign. The warrant gives her the right to govern. In due time, we shall weed out the taint that has bred here. Enough words, you're accused. Wait, and so do my duties. Wait, you have a duty to the Emperor that you must see to. Takora, the deplorable rebel who once ruled the station, has slipped from my grasp. He is inciting the people to revolt, killing my servants and hiding from my wrath with the dexterity of a void rat. My informers claim he appears in that den of unrest that bears the irreverent name, the Adeptus Armasek. We have made several attempts to arrest him, yet he has evaded capture each time. Reverend Hieronymus has gone there to convince him to surrender. As a rogue trader and authority, I order you to aid me to bring him to justice. The asteroid where the Adeptus Armasek is located has been cordoned off. My enforcer will take you there. I want you to lure Takara out of his hole and seize him, so he will stand trial. You pronounced him a criminal? Why wouldn't I? The vile rogue's infamy is known to all. He patronized thieves, smugglers, and pirates. By his leave, heresies in an unholy cult flourished. That he has evaded punishment for less long can be described as gross negligence. Why did Hieronymus go there? There where the rebels are seen most often, so he could preach to them and sway them to repent. I will drag him here. But I won't. But remember, none of the rebel leaders are allowed to die before their trial. I forbid you to execute them without my leave. Oh, she deserves the pain. She deserves the pain.
In this tapestry of a world,
Can't hurt her though,
rogue thread.
because of her throne. This thing protects her. Repulsor fields. What up, Inquisition troopers? Can I go this way? What's going on here? They burned a guy. Gordy Skatov, spy for the Xenos, took notes on the station's structures. They don't know if it was sabotage.
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
Traces of soot.
I better myself through my service.
Okay, we'll just run around and grab these goods. And go where? To the Adeptus Armasecus, please. Artist Endurance, baby. Let's go. This place has fallen to hard times. It was a vile den of villainy, and now the Inquisitor has made it his shop. Took it from Winterscale. He gave it to Chorda. To arms. Okay. These monsters burned an entire section of living quarters yesterday. So we got...
They will see. Oh yes, they all
Where's that
will
go?
see.
Combat servitors here. Another combat servitor is here. Alright. That's Hieronymus. Hey, I found Torka. You have no other options, Raza. If you abandon Footfall to Chorda and flee, where are you going to sell your goods? Or restock your supplies? It will just be a slow death for all of you. No ammunition, no water, no air. So quit bargaining with fate and stick to the plan. Plan? More like a suicide pact. You have no allies, no weapons, no nothing. You're a runt trying to play the big boys. You've taken on a rogue trader dynasty with only a handful of heavies, a couple of guns to your name. The way I see it, your march to the gallows is more like a gallop. Turn away from Raza. That expression does not change. But indistinct curse falls from his lips. Ah, yes. My apologies for unable to receive your ladyship in my office. My present status imposes certain limitations. Greetings, your ladyship. And as for you, Vecchimo, I got nothing to add. Your plan's utter crap. I don't gamble on those kinds of odds. I'll leave you to think about your prospects. Maybe you'll realize that using my shuttle would be a better idea. While me and my shuttle's still here. See you, Ryza. Pirate Lord. Where you and Falco are keeping my guys. I don't do business with rats, Hidari. And surprisingly enough, for once, I don't mean you. In that case... pray to the Exalted One that Falco backs up your story before he dies. You arrest him. I would like to make a deal with the Casballica. Regretfully, I have nothing to offer you at the moment. My access to the assets you're interested in have been temporarily restricted. Great. Look at him. He's angry and focused. You save football from starvation by granting it your patronage and delivering shipments of grain. This coat collar is unbuttoned, showing a meshwork of ceramite reinforced armor hidden underneath. How's the station faring? It's turned into a kingdom of death. Executing protesters, cracking down on corrupt traders, and suppressing dissent are all good, using policies within reasonable limits. I use them myself, in fact. However, Lady Chorda, reasonable limits are a distant memory at this point. Fortunately, I've been preparing for that turn of events ever since the hag tried to take footfall the first time. You helped us then, giving me time to organize. I set up weapons caches, enlisted more fighters, and deleted my agent's data from the Cogitator network. When Chorda seized power, she thought she'd won, but the station was still mine to an extent. My little army is waging war on her enforcers. We slaughter patrols, wrestle back detainees, and punish those who collaborate with the enemy, or close to someone who does. Incendia is conducting her reprisals, and I am conducting mine. Everyone must remember that there are consequences for collaborating with the occupying forces. So your position of authority has not changed you. You remain a bandit. Laugh. The old outlaw hounded and hiding like a rat. Yeah, I got into all manner of situations when I was a young man, including desperate ones. This friend has been cornered more than once. Your ladyship, I'm asking for your help. Not just on behalf of the portion of the station population that isn't already scared shitless, but on behalf of the Casablanca mission as well. My people and my organization's assets are in a vulnerable position. Help us protect our interests, and we'll help you protect yours. What kind of help do you need? The general uprising will be doomed to fail. The enforcers have isolated the asteroids. We can't strike out against Incendia. She has greater numbers. Her throne's refractor field to protect her from any attack. So, we'll ask her ladyship to come to us, exploiting her overconfidence. If she wants my blood, let her come and spill it. She knows we use the Armasecus as our meeting place. If you let the enforcers know I can be found and grabbed in here, she will come. And she will hardly drag her throne with her. You'll lure her into a trap, kill her, and take back Footfall. I'm not a fan of Lord Inquisitor. He's a bad guy. I can feel it. What forces you got? However much Chorda would like to believe, she's kicked the Casablanca out of Footfall. She hasn't. Well, she got it all over the station, laying low. A small band of my most daring cutthroat staff members were by my side when I came to power. Business partners who still remember that any venture is only as reliable as the grip of the adventurer's hand and their pistol. Okay. We would have greater numbers if Ryza wasn't so cautious, and Hermione did us a favor and shut down his preaching trap. I would have thrown the good reverend for a loop long ago if it weren't for the fanatical mob that would show up here to avenge him. True. What does Ryza have a problem with? She has misgivings about the prospect of her cooperation. The old rogue prefers not to pick fights unless her victory is foregone conclusion, and right now it seems to be planning on fleeing rather than fighting. Why has Serrano shown up? He preaches repentance. Chorda sent him here to make us lay down our arms and renounce our rebellious ways, but he seems taken aback by the scale of Lady Incendia's purges, which opens up possibilities. If we pressure him, he'll bring over zealots who tear apart whoever points his finger at a useful man. Why would I take part in this? Because a critically important station in the Expanse is about to become a graveyard. Once commerce dies, merchants will turn to piracy. What else could they do? Connections between worlds will be weakened, since Chorda will make short work of astropaths as soon as she gets them. And Chorda, do you think football will be enough for her? No, she'll march on. Perhaps Heroes Worlds. Besides, the mission, and I am authorized to say this, sees your ladyship as proven and a valuable ally. Incendia Chorda has nothing to offer you, while my organization's gratitude is guaranteed. Between losing an influential partner and strengthening your ties with them, I'm sure you'll opt. Okay, I understand. Wait. The Inquisitor's not gonna like it. Considering Calcazar has never once interfered in the station's affairs, he clearly couldn't care less about footfall. This means he also doesn't care who runs the station, so long as things are quiet. I'm going to make sure things are quiet. Granted, I did give Chorda a security detail, but she's already dead. And her death doesn't reek of deadly heresy. He likely won't bother to investigate. I realize it's a bold hypothesis, and the Lord Inquisitor may have me hanged for Chorda's death. But my life is at stake as it is, so I may as well take the risk. Okay, why'd you call you? Old nickname. Got ya. I hope you think it promising. Down with Chorda, the Emperor's justice have revealed the rot at its core at last. Let us drown in the blood of self-appointed champions of the faith. Try your weapon in the name of the law, every insurgency is under arrest. I will help you overthrow Chorda. Every second of her continued rule will cost the lives of 100 innocent people. Yeah. Iconoclast, baby. Imagine with this ladyship, this is the fight we must be well prepared for. How prepared are we to entertain Lady Incendia? Perhaps some of those gathered in here will support us. Rises people, Hieronymus zealots, Unactanians regulars. We can use whoever we can get. Okay? Okay, I'll look around. Good. Alright. Let's talk to Hieronymus, see if I can get him to convert some people. Oh, hey. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's done on my orders all my life. I have been a confessor to lost souls. Now, let me make my own confession to you. I seek no forgiveness for understanding. Crazy looking. I only want to tell the truth. Chorda had imprisoned her heirs in those cryo vaults. To stop them from challenging her authority, Incendia was among them. My fellow faithful chanced upon those ice crypts. Ispis' wicked design horrified them, and I thought, if St. Drusus had died a martyr's death to be resurrected in faith, perhaps another could follow in his footsteps. I chose Incendia. As full of worms as her innermost soul was, it had not rotted completely. As for the others, I put them to death. For thousands of years of suffering would not have been enough to cleanse the stench and rot from their cursed souls. I sabotaged Incendia's cryovault. She spent 3 years conscious, blind and helpless. My brothers and sisters recited prayers over her prison to plant the seed of faith in the soil I had weeded. I hid the truth from Incendia and became her mentor, setting her on the path of service to his will. And that was how Incendia, the offspring of a felonious heretic, became his vengeful hand striking down enemies of the Imperium, at the cost of the evil I had done. You are a fanatic who tortured and manipulated her for years. Shame when you do not kill her while you're at it. Brainwashing. Okay. I see no wrong in what you did. I have tainted my hands with the blood of scores of helpless men and women. Then for years I tortured an heir to a sacred warrant and lied to her, albeit with what I believed were good intentions. Yes, the blessed Incendia became a model servant of the Imperium, but the path toward that was paved with crimes. My confession is over. I have bared my innermost self to you. You're free to do it as you will. Pirate. Why are you preaching to them? It's not rebels I see. It is fools and malefactors. What do you see? I see frightened people trying to save their lives. That's what I see. You're entirely right. But it's not their lives that they should be saving, it's their souls. I want to stop her. Are you openly declaring your intent to move against an enactment of the Emperor's justice? And why should I? I mentor in the faith. Help them commit an act of treachery? Well, I don't have fanatic for these. I could lore Imperium. Law is harsh, but not every transgression is punishable with death. Incendia thinks herself above the law. That is heresy. This is doctrine of redemption. And you said it yourself. Yeah, lore Imperium, baby. You are right. All our lives belong to the Emperor, and no one has the right to needlessly take them away from him. That's right. You have banished my doubt. I will do what I must. Goodbye, Reverend. Okay. Order a mine to be set here. Sounds great. Set a mine right there. Yep. Great. Good spot. I get to set the trap this time. Oh man. We're 42 minutes in. Can I talk to these people? No, probably not, right? Gladiam's agent. Chaplain. Hello, your ladyship. Nice to see that St. Drusus has protected your neck from the heretics and the Xenos since we last met. Long time, Chaplain. What are you doing? Same as always. Bring the Emperor's light to the lowly and downtrodden. Lady Incendia Chorda, Idrizelos. Righteous Xena doesn't see the atrocities our forces commit in the Shadow Quarters. Using her name as her shield, I intervene where I can. What's the situation? Honestly, perhaps against cleansing, but since day one, it's more like frenzy of fanaticism. Granted, people with a clear conscience have always been few and far between on footfall, but is a reason to exterminate everyone for the pettiest infractions? St. Drusus teaches us to bring people back to the Emperor's light and only punish by death those who have crossed the forbidden line and turned away from him irrevocably. I am my own living proof. Yes, shame Reverend Hieronymus won't listen to me. He's too zealous. He's a vagabond. Alright, we're gonna end the episode here. Yep. Before we get everything going. Oh, crap. Save from starvation, baby. Alright, cool. Let's rise up. You're quite the way with words, Octi. I don't know what's going on. Shut up, Hidari. You came back alive. That's good enough. Your guys got killed. Every last one of them before Troda even stepped foot in the stations. Some were found dismembered in the Shadow Quarters. Some became a heap of ash in the crematorium, and Falco launched the luckiest ones in the orbit and out of the station. No, there's something he needs from me. So not all of them are dead, or at least any rate. Yeah. Well, you know very well where the sewers are, where the rat belongs, you know. He was going to rat us all to Chorda, including Gladiam. You should have seen Falco's face when Gladiam led the Inquisition dogs to him at first. Huh. Yeah. And by we, you mean Gladiam? Yes. Let's see. How about a deal? Yes. We will be... Write me a document saying your heirs have no right to go back on the promise. You can understand this doesn't work. There'll be a new rogue trader. Yeah, true. I don't have any fighters, but I do have shipment of Xeno weapons. Lethal, but no guaranteed quality. I need to talk to Ryza. That name needs your help. His so-called plan is nothing but death throes of a cornered and condemned man. It would be different, of course, if we're strongly motivated or had a rogue trader on our side. Rather a model sport. Could try to persuade you. Come on. Aha. Boo. Course. Come on. Boo. Alright, well. They're not gonna help us. Okay, I'll leave this conversation. Alright, we'll see you next time.